What's up, MP?
Yo, I was thinking we hit that Korean barbecue spot after the game.
Oh, yeah, I heard about it.
Fool, I know he didn't say that. About you, he about to unleash.
No, I had to say.
Let's get after it, MP.
Up next, the Jazz taking on the Raptors. For the Utah Jazz, this team is playing winning basketball, victorious in 7 of their last 10 games. Welcome and thanks for joining. Brent, we're now in the later stages of the season. What would you say to teams that are out of the playoff picture?
There's a couple things that you can do, BA. It's you continue to rely on the guys who've gotten you to this point, which is a grind, and you want them to understand how long the season is and that if you're going to be successful, it's going to be hard. And then the other thing you can do is turn over some minutes to younger players, obviously, to get development, put them in those situations and continue to build those relationships for the strides that those players need to take come the off season.
In the back half of the season, rookies are being scrutinized as award season approaches. MP has said his sights are set on winning Rookie of the Year.
Well, he's certainly one of the crown jewels of this rookie class. But remember when he talked about sort of distancing himself from his peers? That hasn't come to fruition, and he's taken some flack for it too. That's why starting tonight, I look for him to shift into a higher gear.
Here are the starters for Utah. Markkanen and Collins, the 3 and 4. George and Sexton in the backcourt. And it's Kessler in at the 5. Markkanen from long range. Barnes with the rebound.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. That's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Here's Markkanen. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
7 feet, really good at shooting the basketball. A decent handle. Lauri Markkanen starts to tinker on that unicorn category.
And for a scorer as prolific as Markkanen, he doesn't need the ball in his hands too often.
So many of his scores come off assists. So just a great sense of when to get into space and become available.
And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. George with it. 15 in his last outing. It's stolen by Barnes. Here's Thunder. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And Ingram and his court awareness continue to grow. A terrific dime there.
George outside. Pass to Kessler. And here's Markkanen. No good with the triple. Here's Thunder. It's guarded by Markkanen. Pirtle, the pass to Thunder. And it's Toronto with another.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
Pass to Sexton. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Sexton as a guard making that look so pretty.
Dick, the pass to Ingram. Collins against Barnes. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Pass to Sexton. Two shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Toughness there shown by Collins. Sexton, no stranger to having to out-muscle the defense from time to time.
Here's Thunder. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Thunder's got 10 points.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Collins with it. He's picked up by Barnes. And that'll be Utah's ball as it goes out of bounds. Jazz able to keep possession.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Collins finds Kessler. 5 to shoot. George scanning the floor. Offline from the high post. The Raptors have gone 6 of 7 and looking good. And he comes up with a bucket. Barnes has got his second basket of the game.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
Now here's Sexton. 15 in his last outing. Going inside. Knocked away. The shot that time not on target. Some solid defense from Ingram. Dick, the pass to Barnes. Excellent D there from Collins.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
It's Markkanen with the drive. It's stolen by Pirtle. And he lobs it up top. Out of bounds. It'll be Jazz ball. And in that March stretch, some interesting things going on in the East. You take a look at the Raptors. When it comes to playoff seedings, they're in a dubious position right now. 9th place in the conference.
You know, for the Raptors, they've had some terrific moments this season. But where's the big leap upward that we've been waiting for?
Now, you just don't want to sit in the middle for too long. You either want to be competing against the top teams or starting to strategize where you can position yourself for a high lottery pick and maybe turn around your franchise's fortunes.
Looking at the Raptors spread, things have not gone too smoothly since their 2019 championship.
Well, it felt like that championship roster was built just for that year, though, B.A. There wasn't a lot of, progression that was going to come from that. They went in, they got Kawhi, they won the championship, and now it's all about rebuilding their franchise in the style that they want to do it. They have one guy that they believe in Scotty Barnes. R.J. Barrett on the trade, and slowly and surely they're going to start to put these pieces around to become a contender again.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Thunder in the last outing against the Magic was tremendous. He dropped 24 points and drilled a few from outside the arc, helping open up the floor. The lift he gave them off the bench was massive, just the type of energy they needed. Let's send it to you guys.
All right, Allie, thanks for the update. It'll be interesting to see if he can heat up once again tonight, Grant.
Yeah, you know he wants to do exactly this, B.A. Just needs to continue to play with the same fire and energy.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
And Barnes has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. 6-point lead. Thunder, the pass to Barnes. Picked by Pirtle. The open shot, Barnes. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Barnes has got 8. Here's George. He's got 7. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Takes the 3. He connects. And now he's 4 for 6 in today's game.
Can't blame the deficit on him. He's been scoring at will this period.
Here's Thunder. George defending. Oh, misses the dunk. Outside Sexton. Pass to Kessler. Here's Filipowski. Markkanen outside. Now here's Sexton. Just 5 to shoot. Kessler a screen. Sexton with it. He's picked up by Poeltl. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That's on Jakob. Raptors lead by 13. So the Jazz 5 right now. Collier is out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Filipowski. Then there's John Collins. And it's Sensabaugh in at the small forward position. From the high post. Hits the front of the rim and out.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Here's Collier. Guarded by Barrett. Clarkson outside. He buries it from 3. 5 points in the game.
Clarkson draining one from deep, something he has to continue to work on. Stretch out the floor.
The shot by Thunder, no good. Jazz trail by 10. Collins outside. Clarkson against Quickly. From 13. Poeltl grabs a miss. Barnes passes to Barrett. It's stolen by Clarkson. Again, Utah.
Clarkson doing his best to keep that mid-range jump shot from dying off.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. You know, Grant, an underrated area of improvement for Scotty Barnes has been his defense.
You're spot on, B.A. I mean, we've seen an elevated intensity from him on that end. Finding more denials, attacking the ball, really proving himself as an effective stopper.
Brandon Ingram is checked in for Quickly. Filipowski, the pass to Clarkson. Poeltl grabs a miss. Poeltl's got 4 rebounds in the game. And that one's good. Ingram's gotten his 2nd bucket of the game.
And gotta love the long, long arms of Brandon Ingram.
Here's Clarkson. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Jazz trail by 11. Here's Collier. Yet to see a basket. Good.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
Barnes passes to Ingram. And here is Barrett. There's the 3. Utah grabs the miss. Collins has got his 4th rebound in this one. Clarkson with the ball. Now guarded by Barrett. Kicks it out to Collins. Clarkson outside. From deep. Rebound by the Raptors. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. This game against Utah, the first time they've met this year.
The last season, they swept this team, though both were struggling throughout the year.
The shot by Ingram, no good. Jazz trail by 9. To the middle. Collier, no good. For Toronto, they've gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. Thunder with the bucket.
I like that pass from Barrett, willing to do what's best for the team.
Utah has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Now Clarkson. Oh, it's blocked by Barnes. Barrett with it, and Clarkson picks him up defensively. Out of bounds, it'll be Utah's ball. And now let's take a look at the shooting guard position. How about the most efficient scorer since the All-Star break? Jordan Clarkson is 2nd.
And these guys are all assertive. They're willing to step up and take shots when their names are called. And this is what separates them from all the rest.
The array of moves that each of those players has is just about unlimited, whether it's in tight or outside. They know how to free themselves up and find the best shot possible. It's reflected in their shooting percentage.
And a chance here to check out some stats for him.
The way he shot the ball in these last 5 games has been tremendous. His field goal percentage has been on the rise, and he's showing zero indications that he's going to slow down anytime soon.
Barnes, and he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Now, with his strength and his skills, Scotty Barnes can finish inside very quick.
Number 7. That's his first personal foul. First game foul.
Here's Collier. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Time called here. The Jazz decide to talk it over.
Give yourself a round of applause.
And the Jazz with possession here. Trailing by 13. Clarkson outside. And down it goes. He dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Well, a combo guard who can do a lot of things decently well. Jordan Clarkson, solid at dishing that rock.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Brian, Lauri Markkanen's shooting stroke at 7 feet tall had former Mavericks coach Rick Carlisle comparing him to Dirk. Lauri said it feels good to hear that because he's obviously a Hall of Famer, but there's still a long way to go, and it gives me more motivation to keep getting better. He's not getting a big head, Brian.
No, he's not, and that's the way you have to approach it to be great. Thanks, Allie. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. 11-point game. They defeated Washington in their last game.
And it wasn't just their starters putting in work. Their backups were real spark plugs on offense.
Yeah, I saw the box score of that game the next day, and I thought, wow, that's a huge scoring night. Pretty impressive stuff there.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And Brandon Ingram was the key piece of the Anthony Davis tree. That move changed his career, Brandon.
No doubt about it. B.I. won the most improved player of the year in his first season away from the Lakers. So sometimes that change of scenery can open up opportunity and get you a chance to show your excellence.
Boucher's checked in for Toronto. And George with the jam.
Yes, sir. George with the flush.
Here's Thunder. Shot from the low post is good. Thunder's got 16 points now.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Abaji's checked in for Toronto. And here's George. 12 points for him. Outside Sexton. Here's the 3. And that's a foul called on Walker Kessler. That's his first foul. And the Raptors making a change here. Raptors lead by 10. Here's Thunder. Abaji, the pass to Boucher. Here's Thunder. George defending. Here's Thunder. Kessler with a rebound. For Utah, they've gotten 7 shots out of 14 attempts in the second quarter. Pass to George. Money on the 19-footer. George has got 4 points this quarter.
And Markkanen should do that more. He's got the height to survey the defense and try to find the open man.
Outside Dick. The 3 is up. He drops it from range. And the Raptors lead by 11.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows.
Everybody up for that one.
Goodness!
You could just feel that coming.
Seeing the opening, George does not hesitate. I mean, just a great move.
Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Mobo. And again, Toronto with a triple.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
George finds Markkanen. Here's Filipowski. Here's George. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Boucher's got 4 rebounds now.
Started out strong from three-point land, hit 2 in the first quarter, but he's gone dry since.
That's unblockable unless they can get a bigger man on him. Gotta learn your lesson.
George outside. Markkanen outside. Pass to Sexton. Shot from the wing. It goes. He's made 3 shots in 6 attempts.
Again, more and more of these pick and rolls help Sexton settle into the pace of play.
Thunder, the pass to Dick. Here's Thunder. George defending. Here's Mobo. 9 points in the game. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Dick. Offline with a 3. Jazz trail by 12. Markkanen looking it over. Kicks it to George. Launches it. Rebound Toronto. To the paint. And the layup is good.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Well, the Jazz are one of just 10 NBA franchises to never win a championship, Grant.
Yeah, you know, it's so hard to believe considering they have the 4th best winning percentage in NBA history. Think about it. If it weren't for one Michael Jordan, they'd probably have 2 rings. They've struggled, but hey, you cannot lay it at his feet. Offensively, he's getting it done.
The shot by Thunder, no good.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit. Yeah, looking up.
And we finished off 1/2 of play. Toronto out in front, leading by 9. And we'll return shortly.
The Jazz, 46.
Hey, folks.
Taking a look at the Raptors headed down the final month of the season. At this point, they are who they are, a middle-of-the-pack club.
Yeah, And returning our attention to this game, a solid first half for the Toronto Raptors.
They're moving well on.
Thanks for tuning in. Now,
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. You got to like what Keontae George has done in this one.
Yeah, he plays such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Then it's Brandon Ingram. Then there's Dick. And it's Thunder in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Kessler. Rebound Toronto. Pirtle's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Outside Ingram. 4-3. Collins with the rebound. Collins has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his inconsistency from the field.
Sexton looking around. Collins a screen from behind the arc. And it's Collins Sexton with the 3. Sexton's got 14 points for the game.
Oh, Sexton's confidence growing now, knocking it down from the 3-point line. That's big.
And so Sexton will bring it up for Utah. Trailing by 8. After this game, they can look forward to Philadelphia, where they'll match up against the 76ers. That'll put them right in the middle of a 5-game road trip.
Incredible! I mean, this is the NBA. The defense needs to be much better.
He doesn't slam it often, but the D can't take him lightly, or he will.
Well, any guy can throw it down against air defending him. Plenty of room, so not so amazing. What does amaze me, though, is that no one came over to contest the play.
into the third. 2 minutes in now. Elbow shot. George, no good. Raptors lead by 9. Outside Barnes. Ingram with the ball. He's got 9. And again, Toronto with a triple.
They expect Brandon Ingram to give them a constant inside-outside threat. He's got to go ahead from three-point line whenever he wants it.
Sexton finds Markkanen. Collins against Ingram. Collins, no good. Toronto's gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Dick with a miss. Jazz trail by 12. Markkanen up top, covered by Ingram. Here's Sexton. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got 8 rebounds in the game. It's Barnes on the wing. Collins defending. They set the pick. Barnes passes to Ingram. Well, Brent, we hear the term empty stats ever so often. What are your thoughts about that phrase?
BA, when you play such a long season, there are going to be nights where the game is not all that competitive. But we also know that throughout the course of long seasons, there are teams that are not going to be competitive. Still, those guys going out there on a nightly basis and putting up their numbers, getting those reps in, it means they're capable.
Here's Thunder. Back to Barnes. Pass to Thunder. Dick with it. Checked by Sexton. Barnes with it. Collins there. Pirtle. Rebound, Utah. Kessler's got 6 rebounds here tonight. George outside. Sexton with it. High arcing shot. Pirtle grabs a miss. On offense, here come the Raptors. They've outscored them 10-2 during this run. Dick gets the bucket. Dick's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Well, Scotty Barnes, such an excellent passing wing.
And Utah calls time here. Clarkson's checked in for Sexton. Looking at the 2K leaderboard, now that we're into the second half of the season, these are the teams that have been grabbing steals and converting on the other end. Toronto in second.
Their enthusiasm on defense since the break has been fun to watch, making plenty of trouble for the offense and reaping the rewards on the other end.
Pirtle, a very skilled defender, using that size and length to send that one back.
Outside Barnes. Takes a 13-footer. It's rebounded by George. Jazz trail by 16. Fires the 3. He can't get it to go.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
For 3, George. George with another miss.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
So close on the finish. I mean, it could have been a three-point opportunity.
Toronto shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Some changes for Toronto. Boucher comes in for Pirtle, and it's R.J. Barrett in for Dick. Sensabaugh is checked in for Utah. Collier comes in for George. Timeout called. The Jazz. Toronto. Ingram deciding where to go with it. There's a screen. Three-pointer. And they recover it. It's Barrett on the wing. Pass to Thunder. 4 on the clock. Here's Barnes, and the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. Dick, he's checked in for Barrett. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Well, not content to take what the defense gives them. I mean, they're attacking the gaps and getting the ball inside.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Taking a look at the Jazz. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Collier. Then it's Filipowski, and it's Sensabaugh in at the 3.
Great pass, Barnes with tremendous feel for the game.
Pass to Hendricks. Here's Sensabaugh. Goes up and lays it in, nice and easy.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Thunder, the pass to Ingram. 20 feet out, and the Raptors getting another bucket right there.
That jumper right there, pretty pure from B.I. Sized up to D and just took it.
Pass to Dick. Utah grabs the miss.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Here's Sensabaugh. You know, Grant, we've seen career performances in the play-in tournament, but the stats don't count for regular season or the playoffs.
You know, that's crazy, B.A. So let's just count them as playoff stats. It used to be only 3 rounds instead of 4, so there is a precedent to adding more games to the official postseason.
Here's Collier. And the layup is good off the glass.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Left side Barnes. The teardrop. Utah with the rebound. Filipowski's got his 5th rebound in this one. That's tipped. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Now here's Dick. It's Barnes on the wing. Here's Thunder. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Thunder's got 26 points. Jazz trail by 21. Pass to Clarkson. It doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Dick. Here's Thunder. Ingram. Missed inside. And now the Jazz on the run in transition. Shot's good by Collier.
Maybe the halftime break was good for him. Allowed him to step back, calm himself down, get himself in the right frame of mind, and now shots are falling.
Pass to Barnes. Outside Dick. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by the Jazz. Here's Collier. Here's Sensabaugh. The 3 ball. It's rebounded by Dick. Dick's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Thunder. Oh, he tries a 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Thunder's got 9 points in the quarter. The Jazz have gone 6 for 9 here in the 4th quarter. Now Clarkson. Grant, it seems like teams today are much more data-driven than years past.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. It's much more sophisticated. And, of course, coaches and executives are still watching the games and forming their gut opinions. But now those impressions can be cross-checked with the numbers.
Here's Thunder. That 3's off the mark. Jazz trail by 20. Clarkson with the ball. Picked up by Dick. And here's Clarkson. Down low. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That's on Jakob Poeltl. First one falls for him.
At the line for the Jazz.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Toronto leading by 19. Here's Thunder, and he drives in. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Ingram. Thunder's got 31.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Here's George. Banked it in off the glass.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
Toronto's gone 3 of 7 from the perimeter during the fourth. Pass to Poeltl. Over Kessler. The shot by Poeltl no good. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Jazz. And here's George. There's the drive. Rebounded by Ingram. Ingram's got 4 rebounds now. Thunder. The pass to Barnes. Here's Thunder. Back to Barnes. The 3 is up. Hits a 3-pointer. Barnes has got 21.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the 3-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Here's Thunder. George defending. Here's Dick. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Pass to Markkanen. And here's Sexton. George outside. Outside Sexton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. Oh, that bucket gives him his 7th field goal in 12 tries.
Looking better and better from that range is Colin Sexton.
Ingram, the pass to Thunder. Now here's Barnes. Fires from deep. And the Raptors, another 3.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They're pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Utah calls timeout. So it's the Raptors winning this one easily. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink. Shout out my dog, MP.
No excuses tonight, because I know you didn't go out last night.